Hello. The music just stopped suddenly, which I don't know why. We're trying something different today. We're trying a new playlist. Um. Oh, there we go. Hi, Sammy. Let me turn this down. We're trying out Danville Beats today. Because I was rewatching some stuff. I mean, you know why. And I saw that they said in one of them that like we can use it, so like non-copyrighted. So we're trying that out today. We'll see whether it becomes an issue. Let me swap to the game. There we go. Hi, Amelia. Just on time. We've just started. For a cozy little late night stream. It's currently 3 AM for me. And we're just going to be doing some chill resource gathering for a big build, which I'm actually going to show off later in the stream as well. Because I've decided I was a bit silly with how I went about making that build, so we're going to talk about it a little bit later. Oh, that's so sick. I crocheted towel for my mum, but we lost it, so I need to make another one. She's asked me for another one. What am I doing? Okay. You know what? Let's check out the build right now. There it is. Because basically, I wanted to. Oh, that's spoilers. I wanted to explain the deal with this. So I've said before that I'm not sure whether it's too wacky. Here's the build. Here's your little reveal. I don't know whether this is too wacky or not. I can't really tell. There's a lot going on. I'm still not sold on those, by the way. I'm gonna swap them to Fen States probably. Yeah. So this is gonna be the storage room, right? This is what we're gathering resources for. And it's quite weird in colour, especially on the inside. We have quite a odd combo, right? And I wanted to quickly explain, like, why I did that. So, it looks a bit much. But hear me out, okay? Oh yeah, we have a little area over here with all our utilities, and of course, a cute little hidden crafting table. Yeah, so I don't even know where to start. I should have planned this out more. It's very red and blue, obviously color wheel. Well, red and green color wheel, and then over here it like feels like colder, and that's partly that's because of the overhang there, but otherwise because of the because of the different colors, right? This is what I mean, that it's so strange. We have orange, green, blue, and pink all in this one area, and I think it works. So that this is the build we're going to be gathering for. And that's the only bit of interior I've done. There's still like no interior at all in all of these sections. But it is pretty connected. Like up here we have a roof up there. We go down here, then we can jump across to this roof if we want to. And this is a huge skylight. And I have a cozy little bedroom up here. Because it's quite hard, like, figuring out a bedroom in this massive space, right? So I did my best. I kind of tucked it away into the corner. Which I think is not bad. My first design had it up there, and that was just old wood. There was also a debate over this design, because I wanted it to be that way, but it's backwards on this end, so that was a whole thing. There's also this, because it's such a huge entrance, right? Let me put that away. Things could just walk in. If I'm like AFK, like right here, which is in the storage room, it should. If your storage room isn't safe to AFK in, then there's a problem. So I spent ages trying to figure out a solution, and then Berry Bushes works. So I took a long time figuring out how to do that because I forgot any solutions. Still needs to happen over here, but I'm not, as you can tell, I'm not sold on what this is going to be yet. Down this way there's going to be like mass storage, like down underneath, and then up here we'll have access to, I'm not quite sure yet, probably more storage, and then around this way is going to be like some farms and stuff, right? Just like the ones we need on hand, because otherwise we still have our stuff over there. So that is what we're resource gathering for, which is quite wacky. And I will make a video like what's how do I will make a video to explain that a bit more, because it will need like planning out what I'm gonna say. I thought I was still in creative. Yeah, I wasn't ignoring that message, by the way, regarding like refollows. That's something that I'll do with off stream, so that's why I deleted it, sorry. Yeah, also, wait, since like the last stream even, because Try was here and he mentioned making a mangrove farm. So let's zip over there real quick. Okay, so over here I started making a mangrove farm. The tutorial I watched, because I'm not at the level where I can design my own yet. The tutorial I watched was very confusing and very awful. So I'm not going to mention whose tutorial it was. So that is currently on hold, just until I finish off the top there, and then it should be done after that, I think. We built it above the ground just so that I can like there's a bit more flexibility for storage and also like just putting a building around. The same with this. I was completely out of rockets by the time I made all that. So this is a creeper farm, very inefficient because it's on land, but I thought if it's on land, we get a cute little building out of it. I hoped it was close enough to the spawn chunks, but turns out it's not. And I've just emptied it, so it's completely empty, but it's very, very slow. Also because there's a bunch of caves underneath and, you know, all that. So it's very inefficient, but I mean, we have enough rockets. You know, I'm only one person on this world, it's single player, so we don't need anything, like, super good. And I quite like how it looks. It looks like a what's it called, like a honey spool thing. Yeah, it took a while to get enough tinted glass for that. And then again, we have it above the ground, just so we have more flexibility on how we want to, like, terrain this area and, you know, the builds we want to put over them. Because that's the iron farm there, and there's the building is the farm. So, like, because I was just following tutorials for these, I mean, this one, I started off by just winging it, and then I did follow a tutorial just to fix any errors I made, which is quite a lot. Obviously when I mention it in the video I'll put the link and stuff, but yeah. We do need to make these a little bit nicer once they're done, obviously. So that's what's been happening off camera since the last stream, which was only last week. But now we have a lot more resources to gather because I did more work on the build. And that's where it'll go, as you can see. Zip through here. So I have a little post-it note in front of me. So we're going to get cracking with that. I mean, I guess we'll do the most difficult one first. Which is mycelium. I am yet to find a mushroom biome. I think I know what one is. I did look it up on Chunkbase, but I that was a few days ago, so I don't really remember exactly. Where's my obsidian? I think if we go 1,000 blocks in the nether that way, which I think is south, we might have to go mine some obsidian first. Well, that's 4. It's not looking good. It's 5. Yeah, okay. We'll go get some obsidian first, and then I'll look it up. Luckily, there's like a huge, do I have water on me? No, I don't. Alright, back up. There's a huge, like, lava river quite close, in the mines, so that's not too bad. Where's our buckets? This powdered snow, but I don't really want to ruin that. It took a long time to find powdered snow, which is something we needed for the mangrove farm, apparently. Okay, I'll just make a new one. I think I must have left them over by the farms. In fact, that's almost definitely the case. Okie doke. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best for commentary, but again, it's 3 AM. But this was the only opportunity I had to stream this week, really, so we make do. Here we go. And it's really, like, not far at all. This is also where, right at the end of this tunnel, like, probably hundreds and hundreds of blocks that way, is what they're called, geodes. Is a geode. And that's where we got all of the stuff for the tinted glass in the farm. Here it is. Just get enough for a portal. Oh, so we already have enough for a bowl. A little bit extra, why not? Yoink. You can see this is where I've been getting all of my obsidian. Oh. Okay then. And then further down there, that's where we fought the Wither, and then further down is the Geode. The other tunnels aren't as special as this tunnel. There isn't really much going on in the other ones. I did recently go in a new direction. This is the most uninteresting commentary ever, I'm sorry. Recently went down there, like, 2 nights ago, while listening to an audiobook. So that was a vibe for like 4 hours. Didn't really get that much to show for it, to be honest. A lot of diamonds, but I don't need diamonds. Like, we did out, and that's all we that's all we really need it for, apart from like duplicating trims. Duplicating like netherite. I still don't remember how that works. Alright, let's prepare to go to the Mushroom Island. We've got the Silk Touch shovel. We need a bed. Probably have one in my ender chest. No, I don't. Okay, we need a new one. Okay. Do we have time? Sure, we have time. Let's just run over here and just... Oh, I'm hungry. There's a lot of purple sheep just like roaming around. They can get out of that pen somehow. Parkour, probably. But I'm just gonna let it happen. I saw one like right up against the cliff here. I saw one all the... Oh, there it is. It's still there. Like, if it managed to walk all the way up there, like, just you can be free. It's fine. There's also one by the boats as well. It's just chilling. I don't mind. It's like when you see the sheep with the dye on their butts, you know? It's fine. They're just roaming. We need wood. Mangrove, I guess. There we go. We have torches. Do we need anything else? The tunnel should go 1,000 blocks, but I don't know if it actually does. So let's... Oh, we need gold. Gold helmet. Perfect. Let's just bring some blocks just in case the tunnel doesn't go that long, because that is the shortest tunnel in that direction. Let's just get some cobble. And we have our ender chests on us, so that's completely fine. Okay. We'll just get quite a lot of shoulders of it, because we do have to go quite far. We have 2 shoulders in that. Yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah, okay. I am going to quickly look up where it's at, so don't go anywhere. Quickly going on chunk base for the biome. It still has my seed in there, and then mushroom fields. Yikes. Okay. So the nearest one is really, really tiny, so I think we go a little bit further and get the big one. But do we want to do that? Because then that would ruin the big one. What if we want to use it for something? Ooh, decisions. Okay. I'm going to quickly write down these coordinates, which is minus 200, 8,000. Okay. We have, well, we need something to light the to light the portal. That's a good thing we didn't set off yet. Do we? I'm gonna have to think of a solution to. I guess. Hold on. If I put this music on to Spotify instead, it might load faster. Let's see. Albums. Lo-fi fantasy. Yeah, let's do that. It will load faster this way. Oh, that's loud. There we go. Who needs YouTube? Okay, we're looking for Flint. It's still a little bit loud. There we go, that's nice. See, this is why we need a storage build. I mean, regarding that build, I think, like, I still don't know how I want to lay it out, because... Oh, there's some flint. I think I'd like the wood types on, like, the left of the door. But other than that, I have no idea. Oops. Okay, we have that. We have torches, we have gold. Alright, let's go. I'm definitely forgetting something, because I always do. That's a cool fish. Oh, hi. Alright, so it should be this way. Let me just check. Are my coordinates not on this? I don't like how they've changed the F3 screen, to be honest. But I know it's a good thing generally, so... Where would that even be? Chat settings? Oh well. Yes, it is this one. Have to go by targeted block. Oh, let me turn it off. Yeah, so this way is the Nether Fortress, which is literally like right there. Oh, yeah, you can see it. And that's why I haven't really gone a lot this way. Unless, wait, I think I might have with the gas stream, actually. My bad. I forgot. So hopefully it goes to 1,000 blocks. Because, I mean, dividing by 8, we need 1,000 by... Oh, never mind. Oh, we have a long way to go then. We have, 700 blocks, that's not that bad. All this for mycelium, which, by the way, mycelium, genuinely one of the best blocks in the game. It's so pretty. The purple color is just perfect. Wait, is this still my... Yes, it is, okay. Because I was mining, I don't have my fortune pick, I just have my, like, general one. Yikes. a little bit worried that there's a fortress there. The same one, as you see. Just don't want any blazes coming over this way and knocking us in. Because that would suck. And also I have 0 fire protection. I think we're okay though. I think we're like just out of range maybe. Let me turn this F3 screen off. Oops. Yeah, this is gonna take a while if it's all not tunnelable. That's okay though. Torch. We're gonna need way more blocks than I thought we did. We're definitely gonna have to go back. I thought the tunnel was already long enough. I mean, I guess while we're doing this, I could... in the last episode that I released, I had a whole segment talking about, like, my Sona lore. And I cut it out because it just felt like shoehorned in. But I should definitely discuss that now while we're chilling. So basically, as some of you might know, my character that you're seeing on screen here, hi, is an Enderman. One of those guys. And I mean, the TLDR version is, because I still don't have it like completely figured out yet. But basically, if you imagine like the end island is right in the middle, right? And then you've got like the circle around it, which is just like void. And then past that circle is the end island. Well, if you imagine a few more rings, you imagine like, oh, we're completely out. Okay, let's go back. If you imagine a few more rings after that point, you've got the end islands, and then maybe you've got like a ring of like bigger land masses, maybe with some more creatures in it. And then past that point, you've got like cities, but like not, but like let's get a torch there. What's the word I'm looking for? Cities, but like populated by humanoids. So the character lore is that like my character comes from one of them, and it's quite regal. It's quite, you know, fancy. They wear like fancy clothes, and everyone's quite regal. The outfit, the backstory outfit, is on my Tumblr somewhere, I think, because I put it there for Artfight. Yeah, and basically there's some inciting incident. My character used to be an assassin, but I don't know if that still is the case. But there's some inciting incident. Basically how I had it before, so take this with a grain of salt because it might not be completely accurate now, is that he was hired to assassinate like some like government-y person, you know, someone important and corrupt. But turns out the person who like hired him told him to get the wrong guy. so then he has to flee because he's, what's the word I'm looking for? He's done something very bad that they wouldn't forgive. I can put this wool away as well. So he has to flee from those cities, and he's been like pursued. He has to flee like all the way through past the like empty ring, past the normal end islands, past the void ring, and to the dragon. And because he is running away, is fleeing, he needs to go further than that. So the dragon is, the portal hasn't been opened yet, so he's actually the one that opens the portal and connects the two worlds. By fleeing, he kills the dragon. And that's why I brought it up in my last episode and then I cut it out. Because the dragon is very important to my character. And that act in itself is like a big sort of betrayal. And then he goes, you know, to the overworld and has no clue how anything works because he's never been there. And that's also the reason why Endermen show up in the other dimensions after that point, because he opened the gateway. So that's the basic premise. And I was going to bring that up in the episode, but it just didn't fit in nicely. I was going to do it while I was finding Elytra, but it didn't work out that way, so you did it here. Okie doke. How far did we actually get? Only to 400. Okay, great. Pinky finger engaged. Congratulations. I shouldn't have told all that before we even got back to the bridge. I should have saved it, maybe. I'm still learning. Oops. Yeah, so I do have some things about the lore on my Tumblr. My Tumblr is where I'm most active, generally. Is that a bastion? Are we going right through a bastion? Kinda looks like it. Oh, this is this has become a way bigger. I just want some mycelium. That's all I need. Gosh. I mean, we could just fly there, but then we wouldn't have the tunnel, you know? It might be safer to fly there on this occasion, though. Yeah. We're not even halfway. But we'll try our best. I mean, at least if I get hit off, I can recover it because I have my Elytra. I did forget about that. give my pinky a break. We're gonna go right through that. I'm debating whether to just like connect up over there and just go around. Oh yeah, also, so that's why he has the star on his face, by the way. From the dragon. He has some other stars which I've put on the reference sheet. And he also wears the mask because the air's a lot thinner in the end. So there needs to be like, not filtration as such, but some sort of like pressure control or whatever, in order to make it breathable. However, first off, I don't know whether he wears a mask in the end series or not. Probably just like a fabric one, you know, like not like it's not actually like doing anything. But like, I have drawn him without it. People have drawn him without it. So maybe he can take it off, like, just for a little bit, I don't know. It's basically, the lore is just whatever makes the idea work. That's what the lore is. I'm not particularly precious about it, except for the dragon thing. And that's also why there was a cute little lore moment at the end of the episode. If you didn't see that, I got the Brits to voice act for me, which they were very eager on doing, which I appreciate. And they did a great job. I'm gonna get knocked off pretty soon, aren't I? They did a really good job, and then I added like reverb and all of that to make it just sound a little bit more otherworldly, and I think it turned out really nice. I did sit through the entire end poem, and I recorded it, because I thought I might use it in that moment, but I thought having a black screen just works better. I do still need to add subtitles to that episode though. I'm behind on subtitles because it takes so long. So I'm a little bit behind, but that's okay. I'll catch up. Okay, my pinky can have a break soon. If you heard that click, that was my pinky. Alright, let's have a little snack break. Now, I have already done one of these. That was how we got the first death on this world. Was from a piglin brute. Okay, what are we at? 500. Are they... That's a sword. So we should be fine. Okay. Gonna drink a little bit of water. Have a little break here. It's currently 3:30 in the morning, and it's raining outside because we have a storm currently in the UK. So the vibe is very good, actually. It's a very pleasant vibe. I have my little fairy lights on. I don't have a candle on, but I will after the stream. In fact, what I should do is turn my light off and just have the fairy lights and be all cozy like that. I'm tempted. You can get cozy with me. Whew. I think he is not feeling strong. I know I've brought it up so many times, but she's feeling weak. Thanks for popping by, Sammy. I appreciate it. Oops. It's my first stream without Try being here, so because he helps me keep talking. But I mean, reasonably, he's not here at 3:30, so I'm trying my best. I think I'm doing okay. We have an agreement currently, just while we're new to streaming, just to like always be in each other's chats, just to give support and help each other commentate and stuff like that, which has been super helpful, especially for my first solo ones, because I've only really streamed as a trio before that, and it was very good. I think I would have been too nervous without. And now we've done it a few times, so I told him to go to sleep. Because I'm chilling. I woke up like at midnight maybe. So like it's not that bad. I kind of loop if I don't have anything happening. Well, even if I do have things happening, I kind of loop around the hours that I'm needed. So, for example, like if I mean, yeah, I woke up at midnight. Say that today I woke up at midnight. Tomorrow I'll wake up at 2. The day after I'll wake up at 3. You know, I just loop around the clock. Even if if I'm working that day and it like misaligns with the work schedule, then I'll just be sleep deprived for that day. It's something I've accepted about myself because it does not change. Even when I was in school, even when I was in uni, it's something about myself that I can't change, so I've learned to accept it and work around it. I think I must need like slightly more or slightly less hours of sleep, and that's why it loops, you know? Like if the average person needs 8 hours, I might need like either 5 or like 12. That's my hypothesis anyway. So that's why, if you know me, that I have a really weird sleep schedule. That's why. The more you know, or whatever. Oops. We must be close now. 600. Dude, my hand's hurting. It's fine. It'll be worth it for the mycelium. It'll be worth it. What are we dealing with here? Oh, it's just... okay, we're fine. And the music hasn't cut out. OMG. I really hope it doesn't get dinged. I guess here's your reminder, I have a VOD channel. That's crazy. So hopefully it doesn't get dinged. Hi Tringo, I was just talking about you. I was saying that it's my first stream without you here, and we have an agreement to like be in each other's streams while we're like learning, because it's new to us both. And then I said it's my first stream without you, and I told you to go to sleep, which clearly you didn't do. I think I've been doing okay with the commentary. I did like just run out of things to talk about, so that was perfect timing from you. I talked about my Sona lore. I talked about my sleep schedule and my pinky, and I showed off the build, which you've already seen. I showed off the build and explained some things about it. I do want to explain in like I was debating doing like a I think my next video is going to be episode 10, so I was debating doing like a 9.5 video, and it's just showing off like the build and explaining, because it's not done yet, and it would feel weird putting that in an episode if it's not done yet, because then like, you know what I mean? So I was debating doing a 0.5. But then is that just weird? I don't know. Just because there's a lot of things I want to talk about with that build, but I kind of, in terms of the videos, I have a like 2 things to do per video, like plan, and that would ruin it. So, and it would just be a lot of talking and not a lot of doing anything. So, yeah. Which I'll probably record that later, to be honest, later today. Okay. Yay. Oh. Not what I wanted to do. Okay. We're currently travelling many, many blocks for some mycelium, because the nearest island is 8,000 blocks away. Or 1,000 in the nether. And we're currently... Oh, we're close. We're at nearly 800. Hopefully this is all solid, so it's faster. I'm gonna get a cuppa after the stream, definitely. It's the vibe. It's like, it's raining outside, because we have that storm. I've got my fairy lights on. And I'm gonna light a candle after the stream as well, because I haven't really used them that much yet. And it's almost time to like, oops. It's almost time to put away my autumnal candles, so I want to actually use them before I have to put them away. That's so epic, dude. Bro. Okay, I'm gonna swap to that real quick. Cool. What we at? Near on 900. Oh. That made me jump. Is there anything decent here? Not really. There's a bit of glowstone close by. Oh. Hi. You should. Also, let me know whether you want to, when you want to do the file thing, whether you want it to be on the same day or not. Because I thought it might be too much for one day, but I mean, I guess I can just bring it in. We'll see. Context for people: we live close together, so. Yeah, I'll just leave it at yours if we don't use it. We live close together and it's very vibes. Imminster's but queer. And also not, like, 48. Well, I don't know, you're getting up there. No, you're aging very gracefully. It's not a weather bug. It's fine. Genuinely, when people are like, ooh, that person's aged, I never understand. See, exactly. Yeah, when people are ageist, I'll never get it. It's like, not to autism on main, but it's like the 21 Pilots song Neon Gravestones, which basically is what the hell? Which the song itself is about like glorifying suicide, but there's at the end it kind of switches the aim, and it says like, instead of doing that, you should like celebrate old people for being dedicated to life, basically. Which I think is both very cute and exactly the message. Are we there yet? We're close. We're about 50 blocks off. And then I can finally get some mycelium. Oh yeah, we also need to go like 200 in one of these directions. I don't know. Minus 200. I mean, you're better with people. I'm sure you'd vibe. I'm sure you'd make friends. You can play little board games together. What we at? We're close. Honestly, I think the closest you can get to that, like, in terms of not being weird and just walking in, would, like, be, like, a library or, you know, like, a cafe. Being a regular somewhere, basically. And we're here. About there. Now is it 200 this way or 200 the other way? It's this way. But it's 200 divided by 8. So like we don't have to do that much. But it is in the minuses. So we do have to do quite a bit. Contradictions. Let me just block that off. Bum bum. Also, I'll say again for you, Tringo, instead of the Undertale, we now have Downfield Beats on right now. So hopefully it doesn't ding me in the VOD, because I was rewatching, you know, given the news, and they said in one of their like gaming videos that it's like free to use. So we're gonna test that today. We're gonna sacrifice this VOD to do so. Oh, alright, we're not going over that. Cannot be bothered. This should be fine. Yeah, so right now we're getting some mycelium. Because I decided to do the longest one first. Because the nearest one is so far away. Well, there is one closer, but it's really tiny. Okay. Please don't put me in a cave. Because that would suck. This is not a mycelium island. Where are we at? Well, yeah, we need to go that way quite a lot. I mean, I'm gonna steal the obsidian from the corners at least. Okay. Let's calculate it a little bit, but that's fine. Yeah, and then after this, we have, let me turn over my little note. On the list we have today, we have copper, mycelium, red sandstone, acacia, honeycomb, crimson logs, wart logs, mangrove, dark oak leaves, nether brick, lichen, and no blocks. It's quite a lot. We will not get the whole list done. I think that's gonna just fall. Yeah, won't bother with that. Was it more this way? I think it was more this way. Yeah. Once we get the mycelium, I'll show the build off again, just because it's been an hour since I showed it off. There's another bastion? How rare are bastions? I swear they're not that common. That's 2 bastions within 1,000 blocks. I forget what loot they even have in them. I was just wondering if they have like, if we should be grateful that they're there for some armor trims or something. I think they have the snout banner pattern, but I think I might already have that. I don't know. I'll have to do one, maybe another stream one day. Oops. Uh-oh. I've also been giving updates on what the time is. I don't really know why, except for just the vibe. So, the time is now 4 AM. It is still raining outside for the cozy vibe. And we're chilling. We're cooking, we're chilling, we're chilling. Okay, I think I went like minus 40-ish. I'm just gonna hope this is close enough. Alrighty. Okay, fingers crossed. Yes. Perfect. And the sunshine. Let's get out our little bed. Have a little snooze. I love mushroom biomes so much. Okay. Oh. Tiny little babies. Okay, I want to go quite far away from the pole to start doing it. Just like, because this is the biggest one that's close by-ish, I don't want to ruin it in case we want to use it. I should. I will eventually. One of the long-term projects is like a museum, and I want to get like every single mob, every single item, every single everything. Oh, I should have. It's fine. I have it. To the shulker box. I mean, I guess I can just throw this stuff out now. Okay. Yeah, so it's gonna take a lot of work to do so. And also just to keep things safe. So that's gonna be a hell of a project. I've already got quite a few fish collected, because getting every tropical fish, I think there's like 3,000 variants or something crazy like that. So I've already been cracking on with that. What? Oh, right. I came here when I was looking for a pale oak forest. That really threw me off then. Tell you what, this would be a good place for a prismarine farm as well. Herobrine's here, and he's making slay little cherry wood beds. Oh, I still want to do that, on topic, that idea, Tringo. If you know what I'm referring to. I don't think I can get an episode out in time, though. I mean, we'll see. If it is the 0.5, then I could. Because that's just yapping for however long. It's okay if you don't remember. I'll bring it up after. Yeah, but anyway, it's gonna be a huge project too, because I reckon though it'll be like different places. Like there'll be a specific aquarium, and then there'll be like a zoo section, and then there'll be like the items. The thing is with a project like that, you have to like commit to a way of sorting it, right? If you sort it by like type of item, then it needs to be something that's expandable, because they're just gonna add new items in the game. Say if I sorted it by like birds. Say if I had a section of like a zoo that was just for the birds, so that was parrots and like chickens, and like maybe phantoms if you count that. I tend to see phantoms as more reptilian, to be honest. But then say if they add the vulture that they wanted to add in a Minecraft Live, which I still think would have been awesome. I think I voted for it. I don't remember. Then you'd have to squeeze in the vulture, and then if they add another bird, then there's just no room. So it has to either be expandable in that way, like hallways that like can be forever expanded, or you need to do it by version type, but then that's not sorted by like what it is. That's just sorted by newness. You know what I mean? So like, I still don't know exactly which one I'm going to do. I'm preferring having them actually sorted by category, and if they add something that like interferes with that, then just redoing it, I guess. Because I think sorted by category just makes sense. Sorting by version, while it would be easier, I don't know, it feels like not so much like the easy way out, because it's still such a huge task, but you know what I mean, like it doesn't make sense. Well, I guess it makes sense if you style it like a museum. So if you wanted to go that route, that's how you could make it make sense. Then you could be like, this was the aquatic era, and then this was the nether era, you know? Oh, I'm hungry. So there are ways of making it work, but I do want to do it more of a well, I guess with animals it'll be different to items. I guess maybe items could be done like that, like a museum. I'd have to think on it, to be honest. Because they'll always add more items, so that might be the smartest way to go, to be fair. Wait, there's two. There's a what are they called? Temple? There's one over there, and there's one over there. Kind of dreading when we'll need prismarine, to be honest. It's one of those blocks that like you either don't need it ever, or you need so much of it, and there isn't an in-between. And like if you barely need it, then like that's so much effort to make the farm for it. Although to be fair, I did see some designs where you don't have to drain the ocean. But also draining it is just like a fun project, you know? I guess it depends on how much you need of it. Museum. That's fair. It would be like a museum. Meow. Because I wouldn't want like the animals to just, you know, be in a glass cage. Like I'd want them to have like a cute little habitat. Like to be a little bit more ethical. Like Planet Zoo. Whereas the items obviously can just be stuck on a wall or whatever. Like, but then do you put the animal items with the animal or not? I think probably yes. So in that case, it would have to be like the same the same, like, structure, I guess. I don't know. I think it would be a fun project to work on. Because it's one that never really gets finished, unless, like, Mojang decides that they're just done with the game, which isn't gonna happen. Not for, like, another decade, at least. He's making too much money right now. Slurp. Especially with the movies coming out as well. Where's that peg gone? Over here. I don't want to run all the way across to the other side. Talent's just untagged. There we go. I mean, hi. We don't really need that much, and now that we have that pole, I reckon we can leave. Well, let's just get a full shoulder. You thought I was Jimmy? How? How? I stayed up to watch a Jimmy stream. He was playing Mortuary Assistant, and I fell asleep during it, so sorry, Jimmy. Try not to destroy the terrain too much. We'll get the shelter and slowly move back. Yeah, but then I rewatched it, so it's fine. It was a very good stream. That's a solid game. But also, like, I don't know if I'd play it personally. Not because it's, like, too scary or anything, just because I'd get bored, I think. No, this mushroom's been eaten. Well, not bored isn't the right word, but, like... I don't know what the right word is. I feel like I play it once and then never again, I guess. I don't know, though. I still don't know whether I'm gonna do a spooky stream or not. I don't even know what I would do, to be fair. I have Silent Hill. But I don't know whether... I have Inscription as well, which I've never played, so no spoilers, please. Otherwise, The Walking Dead, maybe. I don't know. We'll see closer to the time. I say like there isn't a week left. It's the 25th today, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5 days left. Well, no, 6. My bad. It's 6. So we'll see. If the stars align, then I'll do a spooky stream. Maybe I could ask Mel to very quickly, like, make my character a little spookier. So real for that. I was really in the mood for The Walking Dead earlier, so we could start that if you want. I was like, I almost opened the game and I was like, no, I should wait because then I won't be in the mood for it, like, when we do want to stream it. Yeah. I think I want to make a base on a mushroom island at some point. Not in this world, but maybe like one of the next series I'm in. Yeah, I mean, as long as you have the environment for it. Do you like how vague I am being for privacy? Alright, this is probably enough mycelium. Let's get going. Where did I put the shelter? There it is. Okay. There it is. Let's put this in the chest just in case. Actually, it's not like completely full, is it? Let's just get a tiny bit more to fill it up completely. Don't need much. That'll do. Oh, I think the playlist is looped. Yes, it has. That's all completely full. Yoink. Yeah, mycelium's one of those. It's such a nice colour. So it's one of my favourite blocks to build with. I think we're all set. Got the helmet on. We'll tape the bed because we do already have one on this island. I would debated leaving it. I normally leave them so that I can use them. Also, when I was looking for the pale oak biome, I just made like a ton of beds and left them just in case I died. I wouldn't be like 1,000 million blocks away. I'd be like just one day trip. Or I guess like multiple days if I didn't have like my tools. That was pre-Elytra, so. Which that's another thing, like now that I have the Elytra, it's so helpful like in terms of the streams because it makes going from point A to point B faster, but in terms of like actually being in the world and the episodes, I do want to make more like trails and pathways and, you know, like have more transport on the ground. Because I do think the Elytra is like invaluable, but I also think that like things get overlooked with it. like worlds. So off stream and maybe off video depending on what we're doing, I'm gonna try not to use it as much. Yeah, LB loves his based. There's so much like atmosphere and just walking about, or like, you know, using a horse or a camel, whatever. Even a happy dash, to be fair, because it's slow, so it doesn't force you to be efficient. It's more of a meander than anything. Horsing about. I also want to make a really cool nether hub, but also like Loki, it should have been at the top. But also, I guess it could be bigger this way. I don't know. I quite like that we have scenery, so when I design it, I'll add like little windows. Just because I feel like you can lose your bearings in another hub pretty easily. Because there are no windows when people design them, usually. I don't know, I'm still thinking of designs for that. Because it has to be something that's easily repeatable, so it shouldn't be something that's too expensive. But the way I build, I use like every block ever, so it's gonna be expensive either way. I'm debating like end stone bricks, and like mangrove. That's the combo I'm going with right now. And like magenta terracotta and cherry bark. Do you see the vision? Like, and maybe bone blocks as well. I have so many bone blocks because it's my XP farm. All right, it's gonna be nighttime when we come out here, because it always is. Yeah, that's the sunset. Alrighty. Can I reach that through here? No. Let's get on mycelium. Okay, so that one's checked off. Let me... The only pen I have to hand right now is like a novelty pen. It looks like a set of pliers. I was using it for sketching earlier, because the ink is like really bad in them, and I like that in a pen to draw with. Alright, let's do a Betty buys. Let's see, we have copper, red sandstone, acacia, honeycomb, lichen, note blocks. I'm thinking we do acacia. We don't need that much. In fact, yeah, I said once we got the mycelium I'd show off the build. So let's do that quickly, in case anyone was not here for it. And it isn't done. It isn't finished, but here's what we're working with, okay? This is why we need all the wacky materials. I'm still not sure if it's too wacky, but I think it works. The outside is like pretty much done, but it just isn't that detailed yet. But the inside is still pretty wacky. This is like the wackiest bit. But then over here we have like colder colors. So we need acacia for like, you know, this little bit. And I think that's the only use of acacia. There's mainly just red sandstone. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still not detailed on the outside really. That is staying. This is our little mechanism to have the hidden crafting table, and also it's got some tunes that I added as well. So like, very cool. Yeah, and this is why we're taking so long on resource gathering. There's all the anvils we need on this side as well. Quite a lot of those. We don't need more anvils. We'll get them on the way back from Acacia. Do we need another? No, we don't. Let go. I have realized that one rocket is like perfectly enough to go to spawn if you do the dippy thing. Like that. And we will put buildings around these. Eventually. When I design them. Let's quickly see how much iron we have. Okay. Let's take that much. Now I know that there's, yeah, the savannah, like, just over here. I went there in the first episode and then never went there again. But over here is where we saw the armadillo. It was, like, just up here. It was, like, right there, I think. Like, literally, like, right here. It's quite shattered, isn't it? Oh, there you are. Oh, I scared you. Little cutie. You're doing it in the zoo too. But then again, like, if we're collecting every mob, like, surely I'd want, like, you know, multiple, more than one. Oh. I think we slept up here, didn't we? Guess we removed it. Anyway. Trying to get somewhere that's not gonna, like, ruin the look of this place. Oh, down here. Oh, over there. Perfect. Hold on. Load's done. That's going to be helpful. We can put that at spawn, because we don't actually have one at spawn yet. I have in my ender chest, which I can now show you, we have this bundle which shows the starter base and the end portal. Will we use those compasses? Probably not. In fact, almost definitely not. I've said before, but I never really get lost. But they're just there, like, just in case. You know, it can't hurt being, like, too cautious. Say if I was going off, like, millions of blocks away, and I couldn't find my way home. Try and get some saplings too. Oh. Hi. Am I in your way? It doesn't have a tail. Yeah, hot take maybe? I don't like how these guys look. They look too smooth. I think if they looked a little fluffier, then it would work. Oh, the chicken. Quick chicken. What's that over there? Oh, that's more of the cows. I thought it was foxes. Yeah, they're just too smooth. Like, I don't know. I think they look too, especially when compared to, like, I don't know, any other mob. The same with, like, the chickens as well. I'm just not really a fan. I do like the cold chicken, to be fair, but that's the only variation I like, really. Oh, and the piglets. I really don't like the piglets. I try not to be, like, negative about the new Minecraft stuff, but I really don't like those. Just, I kind of enjoy, like, anything they bring that's new. Except for the movie, obviously. I will still not forgive them for that. But the variations are not it. Especially when they could have had, like, a cute little... You could have had the muddy pig from Minecraft Earth. That's, like, my favourite pig variant. And one of them could have been the Moo Bloom. Just for a bit of fun. Just for a bit of whimsy, you know? Just a little joy and whimsy in your life. Some brown sheep. Oh, see, I thought that was a pig and it's an armadillo. I don't know, I'm hoping someone makes like a resource pack to make the variations look nicer. I'd use that. Especially if it added the muddy pig. I miss the muddy pig. Can I reach you, please? Okay. Alright, what are we on? 2 stacks. Would it like another half, maybe? Because we have plenty of saplings. Just want to get the small ones. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I'm not completely sold on why there's so many animals here. That's so strange. They're all perfectly spaced as well. I'm not completely sold on the different color variations being available of the sheep. Just because the pink one was so special to see, and I know that they still made it rare, but it's not like as special to see anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think it was some odd choices altogether. Oh, I missed this one. Can't be having that. I don't know. Generally, the Minecraft updates are really good. It's just, I'm just a little grumpy nostalgic guy when it comes to the variations. I know that initially I didn't like the cave update either, but that's grown on me. Okay, we have 2 stacks and a bit. That's probably fine. Some bushes, some fireflies. That's something we need for the build as well, some firefly bushes. I think I already have some, so I'll leave them here. And then the tiniest jungle in the world. There we go. Oh, yeah, I said, well, we don't have a compass anyway, it's fine. About the lodestone. If we're heading back that way at any point, we'll do that. Let me cross off acacia with my pliers pen. Nice, more. I'm really hoping this web doesn't ding. I do want to keep it. Danenfeld better not let me down. Alright. So now maybe... Maybe note blocks would be a good one. Let's put this acacia away. put away all our junk as well. Oh yeah, more anvils is what I said we needed. So we have 64 there. So probably just another stack will be fine. Which we do not have enough iron for. Well, that'll do. Okie dokie. Nut blocks. We have plenty of redstone. We do not have plenty of wood. In fact, I think there's a lot of wood in the lighthouse, actually. I was mistaken. Okay. Oh yeah, look, his the fish we've started collecting. It's gonna be difficult to differentiate them, and also there's like a bunch of different types within the types, and that's why there's like 3,000 of them. It is possible to get them all, it's just gonna take forever. But I don't mind it taking forever. I quite like big projects like that, so it does not bother me at all. I think we probably just need to... Is there anywhere in particular I wanted to mine out anyway in terms of wood? I mean here, but I've already done it. Tell you what, we'll do somewhere over here is the hole for, there it is, the hole for the skeleton spawner. Which I only just put this around to protect it, that's not staying. If you go down there, then that's the skeleton spawner down there. So we are going to put a building over this as well eventually, so let's just do the trees around here, since they'll need to go anyway. I do want to preserve the scenery as much as possible. So we'll only take what's necessary. Take that branch as well, why not? And time is now 4:30. I've been streaming for 1.5 hours, wow. Where's my shovel? Do not like how that looks. That's been ravaged by Enderman. I don't remember if I turned Enderman griefing off. I was really debating it, because they kept leaving a bunch of grass on the leaves, on like the tree canopy, like dots of it everywhere, and I was just kind of done with it. I don't think I turned it off yet, but I was really debating it. These aren't gonna decay, are they? Oops. They're way too close to all of that. I do need dark oak leaves, actually. This is a great opportunity for that. It's on my list. I completely forgot. It's at the bottom of the list, so... Nice. Yeah, that's like 2 stacks. That'll be enough. That's the difference between doing the Dark Oak and Acacia. Where is it? Yeah, we need more than a stack. Alright. Never mind then. I'm gonna like half cross it out. I'll get more of that off camera. Let's see, one of them is copper, which is specifically oxidized copper. So I guess we'll get that smelting, is what we can do. Over in the smelter. Oops. Oh gosh. There's some glass in there. I was using this lighthouse to prepare all of the tinted glass, and it was actually quite a good spot to be smelting everything, so maybe that's where we make a more proper smelter. Just the lighthouse has like some use. Because it is a build that I'm not particularly fond of. That's gonna annoy me. There we go. Alright. Let's do that smelting. I'm just gonna cross it off the list because we can't do much about that. I've got maybe one more item in me. That sounded wrong. We can't do honeycomb. Lichen is going to be really easy, so maybe we do that as well as something else. You know what, let's just do more note blocks. Something underground. I don't know what you mean. Hi, Saki. How you doing? It's a bit of a late one today. Alright, let's get leaves and also note blocks at the same time. And then we'll end off with lichen. Oops. Oh, that's oak leaves. We own that. We have random glass. If you don't get lighting, you can collect other underground stuff. That's true. I think I do have some. I have 2. Oh, I didn't take this helmet off now. Oops, I keep doing that. We'll just clear out more by the starting farm. Yet it is currently 4:40 a.m. Okay. I started at around 3-ish. Oh, there's another purple sheep. Honestly, if they can get out, they can just roam free. I don't mind. Yeah, let's do some of these. Because this is like blocking the like where you'd view the building, you know? So let's open that up a little bit. While we're up here, get our leaves. I do wish the leaf mechanic, like, worked a bit better. Especially with these Dark Road ones. But I don't know how they would do it in a way that is better. It's just a little bit annoying that when you cut one down, all the leaves stay, because there's wood close by to it. If there was like a property on, I mean there already is a property on leaves that tells you whether a person has placed it or not. So maybe there could be a property that's like, this is part of a tree structure, you know? A specific tree structure. I don't know if that would work. I'm not a programmer. Probably cause more lag. How we doing? We need like double that. Let's get I guess this one. Need quite a lot of note blocks. I love using note blocks for like foundation. Nice. See, this is what I mean, because it's connected to those leaves, it would not have gone away if I didn't destroy it. But that's very nitpicky. Alright, we have another 2 stacks, so that'll get us just under 2 stacks more note blocks. Let's put our leaves away first so we have inventory space. That's oak, we don't want that. We want dark oak. Nice. Yeah, that's true actually. They do get rid of the leaves in like is it mod called timber? Can't believe this. Being bullied on my own stream. Okay, we have 1 second 56. I'm sure that's enough note blocks. And if it's not like they're difficult to make. So let's end off with lighting, which we can just bone meal. Actually, yeah, I didn't say it out loud because I'm not very good at streaming yet. But I was going to. In fact, let's walk around. Once we were done in that area, I was going to show you what the skeleton spawner hole looked like. Luckily, there's a cave right here which takes us to the other side, and also when we put that big build in, that has a passageway through to it. I'll show you. This build has, we have the main entrance there, and then we just have a cute little passage down to this area as well. Which, to be honest, this is like a bit big. I might make that smaller. Okay. Yeah, this is the starting spawn hole. Oh yeah, okay, I'll show you, once we get the lighting, I'll show you the build, sorry. There we go. And then that brings us down to the skeleton spawner. Yeah. I'd never really use that entrance because I have no reason to be over that side. But we'll make a reason, we'll build over there eventually. And that's why we have the passage going through as well. This part does not. Oh, I should have picked up some bone meal while we're down there. I'm sure there is some up here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Bone blocks. Lichen. Need a kind of flat area. Let's just go here. Okay, let's not do that. Oops. I know last time I grew it on the greenhouse there. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's lucky. Very, very nice. Let me. Is it hoe? No. Is it shears? Put the shears away. Yes, it is. Nice. Alright, I'll show you the build quickly. This is the one that's took, well, now 5 months. And it's still not done. It still needs detailing on the outside. And that's, you know, gonna be a path. There's gonna be a path that way. It's a storage build. We have a cute little waterfall here. While I was making this, I was watching the episode of The Walking Dead where Negan appears and beats up everyone. So that was fun. So that's the memories I have with this. We have a cute little farm on top. We have some birds, but they look kind of chunky, so I'm gonna replace them with like something else. I don't know what. But it's quite the eclectic assortment of blocks. So that's why we've had 2 resource gathering streams now. And then inside is just as wacky. This is like the main storage, but I'm thinking like wood types on this side, but I have no idea what to do for the other ones. Over here we have all the things we need, ender chest, blast furnace, etc. We have our crafting bench. Up this way we have a cute little bedroom with like just, you know, just tiny little things in there, and then we can go up to these levels which aren't done yet. There's also hay bales in case you come shooting out of this really, really fast. Also, you can drop down here, that's hay bales as well, so you don't take any fall damage. And then over this way, the colors get a little bit colder. Just because it's like inside of a, you know, that's like out in the open, because of the starlight. Whereas this is like more enclosed and it just feels a bit colder and nice. And then we'll have some farms over here, which I literally just did this yesterday, so that's not done. And then we have this way up here, which brings us up here. There's a way out there. There's a way out over here, which brings us up to this top level. There's also, I don't know how to get up here yet, but there's also another level up here. This is going to be a floor. We have a way up here to get down to the roof there. Then we have up here, we have one over here, a little lookout, and then right at the top is a cute little farm, just so that on the map it looks green. Is the reasoning for that. Right there. Yes. And then for like mass storage, this is gonna like go downwards, and the mass storage is gonna be underground. So it's quite the build. And that's why it's took multiple months so far to make. And I've been getting a little bit perfectionisty about it, but that's okay. And this is what we needed the mycelium for. There's where we need the lichen right now. This is where we need the dark oak leaves. The note blocks are on the outside. There they are. Yes, it does. I was debating for a long time the orientation, because this is the outside, so really it should go that way. But we'll be seeing it mostly from inside, so I decided to flip it. Yeah. It's quite wacky with the colours, but I think it works. Maybe. Yeah. There's also like a seahorse looking thing up there. I don't know, it just kind of happened. But yeah, this is what we're aiming towards. And it's taken so long. Snores. And there's also like a cute little like kind of rounded, you know, what's a roundabout version of like a path? A path roundabout. And then that's just a bigger, yeah. So like when you zoom out over here, I don't know, it just kind of works somehow. Despite the wacky colours, it just works. I'm not saying that. That sounds like something else. Yeah, and I've been on this world so long that this is fully oxidized. If that's any indication of how long this build has took, the top of that has fully oxidized, which I think on the actual world it has not yet. Yep, it's still nice and orange. And I have been playing on this world since. Quite a lot since making the copy. But that just, you know, it proves how long it's been, I guess. I was getting lichen, wasn't I? Yeah, so that's what we're going towards, and then once we're done with that build, we can put some builds over the farms that are near spawn, and then maybe start one of our bigger projects. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just kind of playing it by ear still. Just seeing what vibes in doing that. But I told myself that like, oh, this series is gonna be like less pressure, so that I can upload more consistently. and then I spend 5 months on a build that isn't even done yet. So that hasn't worked out, and I'm gonna have to slow down once that's done. That's true. Yeah, my main goal was just like being consistent. So this has definitely put a stop to that a little bit, which is fine. Especially because I had the one-off 205 clicks video, which I really enjoyed. Oh. Wait, why are they raiding the Happy Chest? Let me go to sleep and then we'll fight them. Because I do need some more ominous balls, to be fair. Hydration break. I missed. I missed again. Damn. Did they despawn? Right, no ominous portals for me, I guess. Let's get an aerial view up here. Yeah, look, this is only just beginning to oxidize. You know what I haven't done recently, and I said that I would, is look through the statistics. Which, yes, this isn't in a video, but I mean, technically it is. So I'll do a quick little scroll just so it's in the VOD. 186 games quit. Nearly 12 hours of sneaking. That tracks. Time's mined, time's broken, that hasn't changed much. Yeah, I doubt much of it's changed much. I guess you can see when I've died off camera. That was in the video. The Enderman. That was the first death we got. Killed 8,000 Stellans. See, that's another thing I want to do. I think ZF made a video on it. Trying to get killed by things that like can't technically kill you, but they can. Like an armor stand, you can be killed by an armor stand. Yeah. How many times have I died? What would that be under times died? Time played is 7.2 days. So that's 7 times 24. Whatever that is. Oh, number of deaths, there it is, 6. Not that bad, considering how long we've had this. We've had this world for a year now? Maybe? I don't know. We'll finish off getting this lighting and then I'll call it a day, I think. It is 5 AM. But I woke up just a little bit ago, so I'm chilling. Try should go to bed though if he hasn't already. Oops. I woke up at like 12:48. So like I'm good. I tried to get back to sleep, but it wasn't happening. That's just what I'm like. That's just what I'm like. I'm just a little bit quirky at night. I hated that. Me and Try did want to play Backseat Drivers, but it didn't work. But I do really want to revisit that because it would be really fun. It just needs to work in order to be able to play it. So Backseat Drivers is it's like it's a communication game. So one person is in the front of the car and they're old granny and they can't see over the steering wheel. And then there's like her grandson in the back of the car, and that's who has to like direct the driver. And it's really good and it's really funny. And we were gonna stream it, and I still really want to. But it wasn't in the cards for us. We should stream more Play Up though. And we should stream Pete. But yeah, it wasn't in the cards for us. I've been in such a peak mood, but then I haven't been feeling solo anymore. So I've been saving it for streams. Okay, that's probably enough lichen. Let's just move all this along. That'll do. Yeah. Okay. Let's quickly breed the bees because I've been trying to do that. And then we'll call it a night, I guess, or a morning. Hello? There's one of you. What time is it? It's midday, they should be coming out. They do be dooping. I should have kept the shares so I can get... Let's do it now. Oh, alright. 2's enough. I love the bees. They're such a good addition. Remember that update was like, it only added bees, and everyone was kicking off? Alright, one more out, please. Not you. I think the bee update, I mean, it's like this most recent update we've had. There we go. 2 more bee babies. Oh. They gave up so fast. Alrighty. That's gonna be it for today / tonight. We've been going for just over 2 hours. It's 5:05 a.m. If I don't stop now, Tringo won't go to bed. I'm being silly, I'm stopping because the list is full of boring stuff now after this, so let's not do that on camera. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the cozy vibe. I did enjoy the cozy vibe myself. Good night. Thank you for coming. Eat.